name's Talia and I work in marketing for Skylar. I decided to go out to Trader Joe's, Home Goods, and a local grocery store to create the perfect centerpieces for this holiday season. As the leaves start to change and the colors start to fade, we wanted to make sure that we had a signature centerpiece for every table that would definitely pair with one of our amazing natural scents. So our first centerpiece was inspired by our classic meadow and our newest fragrance, willow. And I decided that some people are just super on the go, but they still want to make it a little different in their centerpiece. So I decided to go to our local Home Goods and find something that was quick and easy, but still would represent our scents really well. Super simple. I bought this bundle, and it reminds me exactly of willow. It elevates the table. It's easy and simple to move. There we go. You already have a centerpiece. Our next scent was inspired by meadow and isle, and I wanted to bring together the feeling of running through the hills and also being by the ocean. And having something as simple as this will completely elevate your table with minimal effort. What I did was I took something that I already always had around the house, and these candles really remind me of isle, and I decided to add just a few extra things to elevate it. So I actually found a straw, and just like that, I took something that I use every single day, and I just added a few things to bring me into the fall holiday spirit. There's nothing quite like being a little flirty and a little zesty, and that's exactly what this next centerpiece does. I decided to go to Home Goods and find something that was a quick one and done, but still brought an incredible amount of life to the table and made you feel the holiday season of Halloween and October, November, and Thanksgiving. What inspired this the most was being able to elevate the table in a whole new dimension without the hassle. With the perfect combination of zesty, sweet, floral, and flirty, I went to Home Goods and I actually found this amazing centerpiece. This actually ties in really well with my house because I love the look of steel. And this kind of combined everything that I loved about the holidays. I used to live up in the mountains by Lake Tahoe, and so that's something that really grabbed my eye when I saw the pine cones in this, as well as the pumpkins. It kind of just really rounds out the holidays in October, but then you can also just have this stay there through Thanksgiving, and it's amazing. There's nothing quite like layering a scent that's lush and cool with something that's warm and seductive, but it can be done. That's what inspired this next centerpiece, where I just went to our local Trader Joe's and grabbed the little pumpkins, the super mini ones, as you'll see in a second, and it really changed and transformed our table. Being in LA, I don't get to see the leaves change like I did when I was growing up, and so that was something really important to me, as well as sparking a different side of my creative juices. So I went to our local grocery store and I found these, which are actually real leaves, and they have the fall changing colors, so it really made me feel like I was home. I love these mini pumpkins because they're adorable and they're so cheap and they really brighten up the room. So for this, what I recommend is just taking all of the leaves and doing something that excites you and makes you feel like a little piece of fall is right at the center of your table. So whether that's layering them like we layer our Skylar scents, or it's just laying them in specific patterns, it's whatever you choose and whatever excites you. And if you need to break off any ends, like I would recommend cutting them, then you can do that too. And then just simply putting our different pumpkins, we have to make sure that they all fit correctly, but layering the pumpkins will just make it seem like something that it's easy to put different plates right around this centerpiece and still make it feel beautiful and ready for the holiday season. lastly, as we transition from October to November, it's super easy to keep the same theme, such as arrow, and just switching it up a little. So here, I decided to switch it with Isle, which is clean and dewy and fresh, which would be amazing for your thankful holiday season. To do this, I just switched from the pumpkins that I got from Trader Joe's to the little gourds as well. This elevates the table, creates a change, and gets you excited for November. So for our final centerpiece, I had so much fun being creative with the last centerpiece that I decided to take our Isle candle and one of my cake stands that I love and placing it simply right over the cake stand. This way I have all this room for all the tasty treats that I'll be having during Thanksgiving time. I also, like I said, grabbed the same gourds from Trader Joe's, just like the mini pumpkins. And it's really easy to just pick any different textured ones you like, sizes you like, and by simply just putting them on the cake stand, it makes a whole brand new centerpiece. So you definitely have to play around with it because it can be a little challenging sometimes creating the perfect look. But right here, I'm using one of the same white pumpkins from the month before and just simply adding a new one.